All right, today's plumbing job. We got a floor drain to put in, some domestic water. Here is the trench drain, which is set in concrete. They set this in concrete for us. Floor is cut open. You could see our mark out here for where we wanted the floor to be cut. The guys who did cut the floor did a really beautiful job doing so. We had no issues when we were installing the drainage pipe. We're going to put a trap there, and then we're going to run straight across. We're going to put a vent right there, and this is going to be a sink waste. There will be a vent above that, and we tie into the main waste leaving there, which is SDR. Here's the domestic. We're going to convert that to PEX, run that along the wall, and we have this compressor over here to put in with a couple of hose reels. This is the future home of the detail doctor, a friend of mine who details cars. We're going to be setting this all up for him. All of the plumbing, fittings, got a filter to put in, so we'll see how this all goes. We started out by laying out the trap connected to the floor drain, and then I started in the back tying into the domestic water. All right, little status update here. Got our trap in, end cap on. Looking really good. That's gonna shoot straight down, pick up the vent. So the vent's gonna come up there, a little Studer vent, because we're not gonna do a roof vent. Sink, and then over here we got this strapped up, and we're gonna continue the domestic over to a filter. While I'm working on the domestic in the back, Ryan's up front here getting the pitch for the floor drain. We're going off of a 1/4 inch per foot, so he's measuring off the floor, which is roughly level, to get good pitch. Ryan is tying in a vent here. We weren't able to put a vent through the roof, and we decided to use a Studer vent simply set in the floor, which will easily handle the DFU load produced by the floor drain. Here we are tying in the slop sink, which will have another Studer vent. All right, making great progress. Let's take a look here. There's a Studer. Sink waste. We're ready to come across and tie into the drain with a clean out. And our supply comes across. Future location for a water filter. We come across the floor. We got our two supplies. One goes to an instant hot, one goes to the cold water line. Angle stop. Then we're gonna go up the wall, over, and all of our filter systems are going there. So here I'm gonna continue working on the domestic water while Ryan works on the waste. We use all Uponor Wurzbo PEX for this, which is the expansion type PEX. In my opinion, it's probably the best PEX you could work with. You get full port fittings, valves. Unlike Viega PEX, Home Depot PEX, the fittings and valves have a reduced port size. I'm laying out the instant hot there, and at this point there was so much debris around I just had to clean up. Just tripping over everything, so we made a nice big trash pile in the back for Greg to worry about. A little lunch break here. Here's our final tie-in to the main waste leaving the building, which was done simply with a 4x3 T, and then we're putting a clean out on top, that way you could snake out towards the street. The rest of the line can be snaked from the floor drain, or you could just unscrew the Studer vents to put a snake down the 2-inch. I hung up this nice sheet of plywood to the left of the door where we're going to mount all of our filters, our pressure washer apparatus, and all the valves to shut everything off for easy filter changes. So you can see we're putting a spotless filter system specifically for washing cars there on the bottom. Next up is the pressure hose reel and the pressure washer shelf. We brought the PEX down to where we're going to tie in for each device, and then capped it or valved it off so we could get the water back on. This is the end of day 1. So we're just walking around here at the end of the day. End of the day, day 1. We've got the whole floor tied in, Studer vent, sink, main waste tie-in with clean out. There's the domestic, main shutoff, filter's gonna go there. 2 angle stops, hot and cold, up and over the door, and of course the tie-in to our whole filter and pressure washer setup. And here's Greg giving us a thumbs up for our hard work. And Ryan had a lot of fun, so he's just showing off for the camera.
You heard it here first, folks. From the detail doctor. Hashtag detail doctor.
And here Greg is just talking about how excited he is for his YouTube channel and for the shop to be all set up. Okay, here we are, day 2. The detail doctor workshop. Got a nice garbage pile going. We've got 1 hose reel in, 2 hose reels in. We got a pipe to them today. And we have to finish up our hose bib. This floor drain, Greg poured the concrete here. Came out pretty nice. So that is all sealed up. Compressor is in place. Ryan's gonna be running some of the compressor lines now. We're gonna run them up the wall, over, ceiling, and down, and pick up our 2 hose reels. Here's our sink. Gotta pipe that in, and finish up all of our hose bibs. 2 for the filtration, 1 for unfiltered, and then we have to add a sediment filter. Sediment filter's going in the corner. Here we go. Starting off on day 2, Ryan's gonna start running the straps for the RapidAir system, and I'm going to finish up the filter board and pressure washer board by adding a bunch of different hose bibs so that Greg can select whichever water source he wants. Just filtered water or the spotless system and filtered, and it'll just give him a lot of good options when he is working in his shop. We ended up going with a 1-inch NPT filter for all of the different sediment that's in the water as a first base of filtration before reaching all the other filters. So we elected to use the RapidAir system for the shop air here. It was a really nice, easy system to put together. We went with the full 1-inch system, and we ended up using PEX straps because the straps that it came with, they weren't really that good. You could click the pipe into it, but it would come out pretty easily. We just ran this up and over the ceiling, so it was really handy to have the scissor lift for that. There were no fittings or connections in the ceiling, so there shouldn't be any need to go up there. This system is rated for 200 PSI. The compressor has a max of 175 PSI, so we wanted to make sure that the compressor couldn't exceed the system. That was the downside of the 1/2-inch RapidAir system, was only good for 150 PSI. For each connection to a hose reel or an air hose, they provide you with these nice little T's that have a water drain, and then you can put a 1/2 by 1/4 reducer or whatever you need to go to your hose reel. So this was the last one here that we set up with just a simple curled hose with a blowgun on the end. Then we tied into the air compressor with a air-water separator regulator combo. So with this system that we put in, there shouldn't be any pressure loss, even though it's a 200-foot run to the other side of the shop, linear and pipe. All right, so the compressor's piped in. We have a regulator there. This 90 is, or 45 is a little bit crooked, so it's coming out of the compressor crooked, but we went to RapidAir. The RapidAir comes over to a RapidAir T. We've got a port there for a little coiled hose, and we go up all the way over. come down to another port, another manifold to that compressor, and another manifold to that reel. And here is all of our domestic water filtered with 3 bibs. Up top there is the pressure washer and pressure washer hose reel. Coming over, we have a clean out. The sink trap will go there. And our filter is cut in very nicely in the spot we allotted for it in the beginning.
More shallow than the one here.
Ant, would you like to walk us through the electrical that you've done?
So far, sure.
Yes.
Start at
Tell
the
us.
panel.
Start at the panel.
So we got our main panel here. We got, you can follow this pipe conduit up here. It goes all the way up, comes across the garage, comes back down here, shoots here. It's this outlet. This is gonna be like a vacuum, some kind of vacuum and blower section here. Then we got coming back out, another home run, gonna go here for the reel. Pipe continues. We're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 outlets on the same circuit with another home run for this reel. That. We also change out all these light fixtures. We had to add 2 more in this row so they get more lighting here for the detailing or whatever's going on here. We also got 3 air purifiers going in. They work off a remote.
Is that brand any good? When?
I don't know, Greg bought it, I have no idea.
I feel like that's a Home Depot brand. I could be wrong though.
We'll have to add
Zach, make sure you get the flag.
2 more lights in the row here.
Get the flag.
Yeah,
Show
we're almost done.
Show how we fold the flag.
Yeah, we did fold the flag.
We're
This is
patriotic as fuck.
it's gonna be hung up very nice.
Oh, we
Next to
also
the-
got this way here too. We're gonna have to wire this compressor. And we got, underneath the lifts here, we got a box for the lift. And then we're gonna have a box for trickle chargers or whatever he wants to plug into here for the cars and the lifts.
Oh, awesome.
This is
Awesome.
going every lift, so this section will take care of this lift and this lift.
Right.
And then same with this.
You cleaned up the other conduit too.
Yeah, flipped it up a little bit. These boxes, same thing, take care of this lift and this lift.
Beautiful.
This is gonna be a quad here, so we have 4 plugs, more than he needs, and then that's about it.
Plenty of power.
Beautiful. It's coming out good. What do you think, Ryan?
This is coming out great. I'm very proud of us. All of us. Hard work.
Yeah.
Hard work and dedication. Anything's possible. Stay in school.
Yeah, this sucks.
Yeah, this actually isn't fun at all.
I quit, by the way.
Okay, this job is done. Ryan is just attaching the sink and the floor is done. Compressor's all piped in. Place looks beautiful. And this guy just started a YouTube channel. You can check him out at The Detail Doctor. All right, great. Another thing I'll have to edit out. Thanks, Ryan. All right, well, if you made it this far, that's pretty much the end of the video. As I mentioned, Greg has a YouTube channel. Check him out, The Detail Doctor on YouTube. I'll put a link down below, and I'll put a link here on the screen. Check out his channel. He does all sorts of stuff in this shop and working on all sorts of luxury cars, detailing them, driving them, cleaning them. So check him out, and thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed.